Welcome to Vita Vetus. Today, we're stepping into the warm, relaxed farmhouse world of Leanne Ford. Discover how vintage accents and thoughtful simplicity create a timeless home. Stay with us through each space for inspiring details that will soothe your soul and spark your next decor idea. The journey begins at the front porch, where time-worn white rocking chairs rest on pale wooden boards. Woven throws and wild garden pots create an inviting scene. Leanne Ford's signature mix of comfort and simplicity welcomes all with a gentle, soulful calm that instantly soothes the spirit. Just beyond the porch, a soft white front door framed by vintage brass hardware draws us in. A lavender wreath and old ceramic jug whisper of thoughtful details. The aged charm and creamy tones set the tone for a home that celebrates quiet beauty and intentional living. Inside, a light-filled entryway introduces Leanne's layered minimalism. A raw wood console holds vintage mirrors and a single ceramic jug filled with bare branches. Earthy textures meet pale walls in a space that feels collected, not styled, an honest welcome to what lies beyond. A narrow hallway continues the story, its white plaster walls lined with softly faded art in mismatched frames. Each image speaks quietly of memory and time. A vintage runner warms the floor, leading gently toward the heart of the home where comfort deepens. The living room opens with relaxed linen sofas and collected textures. Woven pillows, vintage throws, and a warm jute rug create a serene retreat. Sunlight filters through sheer curtains, bathing each antique accent in golden calm. Here, elegance lives in ease. Anchoring the living space, a lime-washed fireplace glows with age. The wood mantel displays only a few cherished objects, a quiet curation of old books, a faded painting, a weathered bottle. Everything feels timeless, touched with Leanne's restrained, soulful sensibility. Lighting becomes part of the mood. Milk glass lamps and a woven pendant offer soft illumination. Their warm glow settles over pale walls and aged textures. The ambience is gently theatrical, turning everyday moments into small acts of beauty. At the center, a simple pine coffee table grounds the room. Its weathered surface tells stories of the past, styled with only a tray, dried florals, and books. Leanne's love of worn, soulful pieces makes every inch feel deeply personal. Across the way, open shelving holds vintage pottery, enamelware, and old cutting boards. The kitchen begins to emerge, not with flash, but with function and charm. This blend of old and useful reflects Leanne's belief in beauty that works quietly. All is wrapped in her beloved neutral palette. Soft whites, creamy beiges, and gentle grays flow seamlessly. Textures, not colors, create contrast. It's this peaceful harmony that connects each space, making even the most modest corner feel like an intentional design moment. The dining room reveals Leanne's love of contrast, an aged wood table surrounded by mismatched vintage chairs, each with its own story. A simple runner, beeswax candles, and a bowl of pears create an understated centerpiece. It's a space for gathering that feels warm, worn, and wonderfully imperfect. Moving into the kitchen, open shelving replaces cabinets, revealing curated crockery and antique tools. The layout feels airy and relaxed, with reclaimed materials and soulful touches throughout. It's not about polish, it's about presence, where every item has earned its place over time. The cabinetry is painted soft white, paired with raw wood countertops that add warmth and age. Brass hardware gleams softly against the matte finish. These quiet choices define Leanne's kitchen style: humble, honest materials that invite daily use and timeless appreciation. At the sink, a deep farmhouse basin sits beneath a tall casement window. Dried herbs line the sill, catching the sun. The simplicity of linen curtains and a vintage brass faucet makes this functional corner feel poetic, an everyday rhythm slowed to something sacred. A step away, the pantry offers charm in miniature. Glass jars, wicker baskets, and wooden shelves hold both memory and utility. A chalkboard with looping script and an antique step stool add gentle nostalgia. It's Leanne's style distilled, useful things made beautiful. Tucked into a corner, the breakfast nook beckons with a rustic bench, pale linens, and a round table. Light pours through sheer curtains, illuminating chipped paint and well-loved surfaces. This is where the day begins, slow and soulful, over warm coffee and quiet morning light. Practicality meets elegance in the mudroom, where vertical shiplap frames a reclaimed bench and vintage hooks. Woven baskets offer tidy storage, while soft textures and pale hues maintain the home's calming rhythm. Even transitional spaces deserve beauty, and Leanne never overlooks the in-between. The laundry area continues the gentle theme: old sinks, wooden drying racks, and glass jars of soap flakes. White board and concrete floors strike the balance between rustic and refined. In Leanne's world, even the most utilitarian corners can be softened and styled with love. The primary bedroom is a study in stillness. A white iron bed is layered with linen and knit, while soft lighting from vintage sconces wraps the space in warmth. Every detail speaks of ease and rest, free from clutter and perfectly imperfect. Above a painted farmhouse dresser, a grouping of antique mirrors in faded golds and grays reflects quiet light. Ceramic bowls and old books rest gently below. Here, every vignette feels like a memory preserved, creating beauty through restraint and patina. In the guest room, a spindle iron bed cradles hand-stitched quilts and sun-washed linens. The palette remains soft, the decor minimal. A side table holds a single lamp and vintage clock. It's a room that whispers, not shouts, welcoming, nostalgic, and full of grace. The bathroom glows with vintage soul. A clawfoot tub anchors the room beside a pine vanity with a stone basin. Above, a weathered mirror adds age and charm. Each detail, from zellige tiles to linen towels, is chosen for its quiet strength. White subway tiles meet a warm oak shelf, blending texture and function. A stone countertop supports vintage glass jars and worn soap dishes. Lighting is gentle and golden. Leanne's design never screams for attention, it simply lives beautifully, right where it's needed. In a cozy nook, floating shelves cradle old books and ceramic vases. A soft chair waits beside a linen-curtained window. This is a space for reflection and slowness, styled for comfort and bathed in natural light. A small moment, but deeply meaningful. The craft room feels creative but calm, with a barnwood work table and shelves filled with jars, linens, and clay pots. Faded rugs and soft window light create a mood of peaceful productivity, proof that beauty and practicality can share the same breath. The home office feels grounded and moody, with grays and aged neutrals surrounding a vintage wood desk. Carefully placed shelves hold ceramic vessels and notebooks. It's a space for quiet thought, free from distractions, where ideas and atmosphere gently intertwine. At the landing, a vintage runner leads to a small antique chest. On top, a ceramic lamp and botanical book form a gentle vignette. Light spills from the window, soft and slow. Even the smallest passage in Leanne's world tells a story. The sunroom glows with washed wood ceilings and wrought tan furniture. Cream cushions and large planters create a serene dialogue between indoors and nature. Light moves freely here, casting shadows that shift with the day, relaxed, luminous, and soulfully still. Outside on the back porch, wire bistro chairs and an old crate form a casual gathering spot. Paper lanterns and dried florals add soft whimsy. It's a space that embraces simplicity, where memories are made under twilight skies. The journey ends along a garden path of worn stone, framed by lavender, grasses, and vintage urns. Mossy rocks and wild blooms guide the way toward peace. This final detail captures Leanne Ford's gift, turning life's quietest corners into places of beauty and belonging. Leanne Ford's gentle farmhouse touch proves that simplicity, vintage finds, and natural light can transform any space into a serene retreat. If you enjoyed the tour, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. We'd love to hear your thoughts and favorite details. Thanks for watching Vita Vetus. The powder room whispers serenity, with white shiplap walls, a pedestal sink, and a round wood-framed mirror. Patterned tiles underfoot and a linen-shaded sconce add just the right amount of visual interest.